There it goes. Cool. We are in business. Sick. I think I'm gonna have to turn down the output of the game. Let's try like right there. That's fine. All right. There we go. All right. Hey, what's up? Just getting things set up as I'm waking up my streaming setup after almost 2 years. Remembering how everything works. I got everything set up and correctly ready to go last night. Now I'm just making sure the audio is all balanced and everything like that. So we're gonna hang out for a little bit. I'm just gonna be running around doing some stuff while we wait for more people to file in, and then hopefully here in a bit we get enough people in here. We'll start deciding on the rules for the Bandit challenge. So thanks. I had I had like an epiphany while I was sitting at work one day, and to the point I like actually made notes and wrote it down. I was like, I have to do that. It's so good. So figured it would get people's attention too, be a lot less boring. What's up? What's up? Welcome in. So, medium fan is acceptable. I don't go all in on people for the first time I watch their content either. Has to include a drag race. If I can find someone, I told my buddy I was gonna steal him one of these days and make him play SnowRunner with me. Kind of do a little video of introducing my hardcore shooter friend to a game like this. So yeah, just gonna hang out for a bit, make sure everything's running right. So if the bitrate needs to be upped, the volume levels crazy off. If all right, cool. Looks like chat's displaying on screen too, which is what I was worried about. I wasn't sure if I set that one up right correctly or not. So that's good. Thank you. I'm so glad the weird style that I do my videos resonates with so many people. Oh my fucking god, what was that? All right, hang on a second. Something just like hit my wall super hard. I have to go check on that. Sorry. What a great start to the stream. Ah, okay. I am so unfortunate that my apartment is right next to the playground at my apartment complex, and one of the kids just like threw a football at the wall next to my window. That's the first time that's ever happened. Scared the hell out of me, dude. I had no idea what that was. Okay. Was I talking about something important? Welcome to a leftover stream. You can tell I'm much more comfortable with heavily scripted content. No, I didn't die, but I don't know if I can make that joke. No, this fucking. So there's like 15 kids playing on the playground. I'm so unlucky to. Yeah, yeah. I've been dealing with it for a while. Thankfully, it does suck sometimes in the summer when I'm trying to record videos and the kids out there are being super duper loud. I have to like time my lines in between them yelling, or I have to wait until super late. But thankfully, I don't know if I just have the noise gate set up in Streamlabs correctly, but it's not picking up any of them. So I can hear them, but my mic can't, thankfully. So, new season came out. How have you guys been enjoying it so far? I've been staying away from the subreddit, trying not to get spoilers, but there, there was a problem last summer where the kids were like playing tag throughout the whole complex, and they were like running through the hallways, and like the wall that my computer's on is the same wall that shares the wall with a storage closet, and they were like hiding in the storage closet. So I'm sitting here playing games, and I can like hear someone whispering behind me, or at least that's what I thought it was, and it's just the kids hiding in this fucking closet. Yeah. So yeah, I moved my mic when I got up. That should be better. Yeah. So as for a stream, I think I actually have to turn this game down. I can't hear myself talk. Turn the master volume down a little bit. Alright, that's better. Yeah, that's what I'm really bad at, is like, I buy every DLC as soon as they come out, and I don't play them. Because I'm telling myself I'm going to do everything in order, and it's what I do most of the time. I do things, I've with the exception of skipping Amur and Yukon, I've done most of the maps in order. And oh, sorry, I came in here to refuel. So like, I bought Scandinavia, still haven't played it. I bought Season 15. I'm not going to play it for months. I don't know why. I don't like not having the stuff, but it's going to be months until I get to it because I work through these regions so slowly, especially when I end up taking breaks to make videos. Okay, cool. Oh, tires just clipped through that sign. That was great. War Thunder's cool. I like War Thunder. I tried playing it maybe about a year ago. It's fun every now and then. I'm definitely more for the tank combat than I am for the aerial combat, but I couldn't play it on my computer unless it was on low settings, and that just bothered me. But also, I wasn't dedicated enough to the grind. Hey, no worries, no worries. If you're not able to stay around for any of the streams, I plan on kind of condensing all of them down. And I plan on making a video out of the streams. Whether that's like every couple streams I turn into a video, or... well, that's more than likely what I'll do, because the whole challenge will probably take upwards of... I would guess upwards of 20 hours for sure. So, I mean, I'm not going to condense all that down into one video. I would definitely release stuff periodically, so... no worries if you're ever not able to make a stream. So that's the thing I didn't like about War Thunder, was like, you want to drive or fly the cool stuff, and your options are either grinding your ass off or, you know, handing over your card. So I mean, you know, if it's one of those games you're gonna invest a ton of time into, oh, look at me not using a Mastodon snorkel. Because I said I don't like them. I can probably get around on the side. There we go. Alright. 1 second. I have to prop... So my computer is a sketchy little piece of crap. And it had a tempered glass side panel that was restricting airflow of my GPU. And so I custom made a plexiglass side panel. But I didn't make the holes big enough. So I used the arm from my mic to prop open the side of the case to let it breathe a bit more. Well, obviously I'm using my mic right now, so my graphics card fans are going crazy. There we go. Gotta prop it open a little bit. You'd have to angle it like this to be able to see it, but most of the time, no. Dude, I know. You hear about that all the time. I literally think on Reddit I saw like 2 memes in the past week of it happening again on the War Thunder forums. And I was so nervous when I was doing the Mastodon video because I was like looking at CIA docs and like planned on like talking about them, and I was like, I'm allowed to do this, right? Like I double checked like 4 or 5 times that I was allowed to do that. So it's just funny. I can't imagine getting in such a heated debate with someone that you commit. It's probably a felony. It feels like a felony, right? But yeah, it's not a bandit. We're I'm just hanging out for a little bit, letting people trickle into the stream, and then we're gonna kind of discuss the Bandit challenge rules, both the in-game rules, like how we actually set up the new game, um, some self-imposed rules that I'm gonna like put on myself if there's any other restrictions I want to give myself. We're gonna talk about the map, and once all the rules are set in stone, I mean, depending on how we're feeling, we could get it started. I don't necessarily know if I want to because I didn't tell people I was going to, so I don't want people who want to be there for the first episode to miss out. Um, well, thanks, Daniel. Yeah, it's kind of funny because if you watch the Bandit video and the Pacific video back to back, they're two completely different styles of videos. And I'll get comments on one or the other where people are like, I really wish you were more informative in this video like you were the Pacific video. And I'm like, I mean, I don't respond to them most of the time because they're allowed to have their opinion, but I'm like, I don't know how I would have made a Pacific video for the Bandit when I couldn't find more than one paragraph worth of information on it. Or like vice versa. I don't want to do the Bandits or do the Pacifics dirty just because I'm trying to be funny. Like, I don't know. I personally like that my videos are different. It keeps me from getting bored making them, and I hope it keeps my audience entertained, because you never know what I'm going to put out. Whether I'm being serious or a retard, you never know. And yeah, Bryce, as I play more, and like, if I do stream more often outside of the Bandit challenge, which I might, it just depends on how things go. I do absolutely make decisions based on the appearance of a truck versus what's functional. I do it all the time. That sounds like a good ass dinner. I had leftover Wingstop, and I wish I didn't. Didn't sit well in my stomach at all yesterday. But don't want food to go to waste. All right, let me at least get over to the loaf that I'm trying to get to. Let me get the Mastodon over there, and then we'll back out. We'll start talking about the Bandit challenge rules. Because I'm really interested in that. I've been thinking about it so much. The European mind cannot comprehend. Speaking of Dr. Pepper, I had the Dr. Pepper cherry yesterday, and I don't know if it's just been a long time since I had a Dr. Pepper, but I was just like, this just tastes like Dr. Pepper to me. I don't know why they're getting frisky with their flavors, because like they just had that blackberry one too. It's like, you don't need to do all that. Should be close enough. All right. Let me prop this thing up. The Lodestar 1700. Is that... I'm going to embarrass myself because I'm not as brushed up on my... I'm I'm not as brushed up on the American side of the fleet. Believe it or not, Lucky, uh, I'm very surprised. I really didn't expect it to happen just from me saying that, but that video did incredibly well. Like, it hit 100,000 views yesterday, which is really surprising. Like, I knew it was going to do good on my channel. I didn't expect it to do that good. So we naturally reached 30 channel members. I think we're at 32 or 33, which is like crazy. I did not expect that to happen at all. So no, it it kind of threw my plans off because I really wasn't planning on having to do the Bandit challenge for like a while, and I saw we hit our goal and I was like, well shit, I can't just keep on waiting. So I was like, all right, we got to get this on the roll. So it's fun though. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, it's the truck. Yeah, so I'm you were saying the Lodestar, my brain went to Paystar. I don't have a lot of experience using it. I love the way it looks. I like its unique utility add-on. I really hate the way you can see the rear end sagging all the time. It's the same thing that holy shit. Dude, hey man, thanks. Hell yeah. Oh man, that notification's about to go off like crazy, isn't it? Well, Rantin' Box is the goat. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Well, thanks, man. That's so cool. That's awesome, man. I don't know what to say. I'm a little flabbergasted. I'm not up to date on my what the hell am I talking about? I'm gonna shut the hell up. Anyway. So no, that's sick. All right. Well, let's hop off to the main menu. Let's start putting together our save file for our Bandit challenge. So first things first, I gotta go and delete the save file that we're gonna be using, which is gonna be this one. Okay, well, this is gonna go off a lot. I'm not too familiar with the Streamlabs stuff. I don't know if there's a way to temporarily disable this, or else we're gonna have to sit here for 20 notifications. I mean, I guess that's a good thing at the end of the day. So, oh yeah, no, there's plenty more content on the way, no doubt. Dude, I tried playing My Summer Car. I mean, a long time ago. I really tried. It just didn't click with me. It was a fun game. It never clicked with me. It was just more silly. I would like stream it in Discord when my friends were drunk and see how stupidly I could die. And you know what, Bryce? I guess I should. I kind of have to learn how to set all that stuff up. Damn. Um, yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm just so I used to quote unquote stream. There was one time in my life I had a dream of being an Overwatch streamer. Fucking cringe. So I had all this stuff set up, but like obviously I didn't have a community. I didn't have people who gave a damn. So I don't know how most of it works. Um, so I do have to look that up, but I won't look that up on your guys' time. So the goals for the challenge is essentially we're going to be completing an expansion with only the KRS Bandit and one scout that we're only allowed to use for running fuel and scout specific challenges. I found you from the K1500 video. I want a 1500 so bad. I've been looking at Marketplace up and down. They're available around here for like, well, I can either go to Illinois and try and buy one from someone who doesn't speak English and I don't speak Spanish and come home with 1,000 electrical issues, or I can go down south and buy one that doesn't pass emissions. So I do want one. I want one really bad, but a good one is going to cost me $3,000 or $4,000, which hell yeah, C4. That's awesome. I know, dude. That sucks. Why would anybody trade in a 1500? They've held their value so well. Like even the crappy ones, like even the ones that are $3,000 to $4,000 are still like borderline pieces of junk by most people's definition. And then like you get farther down the scale and there's ones that are for sale for like $1,000 or $500 and it's like there's no way this truck should be hanging on still. I was saying I was making a comment to unavailable. He said that he had a K1500. I was telling him that I wanted to buy it. I wanted to buy one eventually, and I live really close to Illinois, and a lot of like the cheap 1500s that are posted are usually work trucks, and they're posted in Spanish. So like, yeah. So, all right. So let's actually get into making the rules. So we're gonna split it into two categories. I have a Google Doc opened up on my other monitor, so we're gonna split it into in-game rules and self-imposed rules. So like what are the actual settings for the game that we're going to be playing or the save that we're going to be playing, and then what are like some rules that I make for myself. I'm going to have these set in stone, and the goal is to finish the map not in debt, because I'm going to have the money mod enabled in case, like, I don't want to brick the map. I want to be able, like, if we run out of gas and all the trucks are stuck somewhere, I want to be able to, quote unquote, take out a loan so that we can take some gas to wherever we need to go, and then we can work on paying that off. So that's the goal, is to finish the map not in debt. So I would, let me open up map runner so I can see the list of maps that I want to do. So ideally I want to do a map I haven't done before, but I'm also not opposed to returning to a map that I do know, because I mean, I guess it would make it easier. I don't know, but so maps that are off the table, I'm not doing Yukon. I'm not doing a Mur. I don't want to do Don because I just did it. We're obviously not doing Tennessee. I don't want to do the Glades because I'm not going to do farming. So our options are, let's see here. For our options and for maps that I would want to do: Maine, Ontario, British Columbia, Scandinavia? No, Austria is the one with farming. So Scandinavia, Almaty, and do I say I'd be willing to do Quebec? Do I say I'd be willing to do the new season and have to deal with it in all bandits? I really feel like doing Maine because it is only 2 maps. I don't really want to do a 4-map region, which is why I didn't say North Carolina, because I think that would just take way too long. Realistically, I mean, you know, these maps can take you up to 50 hours. I'm not opposed to doing Maine because I like that it starts with like everything destroyed. So you kind of have that progression of building the map up. I see BC, Quebec. That's what I've heard too. I've heard it's like it borderlines a Mur in some areas. And I've seen the map. The map looks like hell. The map looks really bad. It reminds me, hey, I can pull. Oh wait, I'm just using display capture, right? No, I'm not. I'm using game capture. I was gonna pull map runner over. Um. All right, so it looks like we're split in between British Columbia and Maine. Let's see here. There's got to be a way I can do a poll, right? Oh, come on. Make me look like I know what I'm doing. Ah, damn. You think Maine is one of the hardest maps for getting to a stable point? I know there is too. Like I was saying, I'm not super familiar with Streamlabs because I really haven't used it that often. And there's a lot more stuff I need to know about it, which by the time we get into the um the actual stream proper, I'll make sure I have more stuff set up. Oh, here we go. Okay, I had to open up Streamlabs on my desktop. Here we go. All right. Checking it out right now. So we got BC, Maine. All right, I'll throw some other ones in there. So we'll do that. I don't know if I spelled that right. I did. Okay. All right, so there we go. Have a poll pulled up. I figured it. I figured it out, guys. I'm learning how to be a streamer. Tennessee, I want to do. I've never even done in Tennessee by myself, and I just don't want to deal with the co-op challenge. I haven't talked to Nate Province. No. Oh, I feel like such. Why am I? The SD11 commented on my Mastodon video, and I guess he's friends with Nate Province, so he showed them that video too. So they know of me. But no, I haven't talked to him. I haven't talked to too many people in the SnowRunner community. I did talk with X7B. I had him make a mod map for me last week, and it's kind of a secret what that is. It's going to be a really cool it's going to be a cool editing tool for the future. So I'm excited to see how that works. We are witnessing the birth of a streamer. Yeah, you are. You ever been here for someone's first stream? Oh no, I loved Cola. Cola's a great map. It's easily one of my favorites. I don't think its difficulty is too bad. I think Cola is so pleasant and easy, and Amandra's it's difficult. It's a little ball busting, but I think kind of the juxtaposition in between the two maps, like Amandra feels like kind of a finale, really. It feels like, all right, here's the easy Lake Coved map to kind of get you in. Oh well, yeah, yeah. You saw what it was in the save file screen, and just people who are paying attention. If you haven't been paying attention, then it'll be a nice surprise when you get to see my next SnowRunner video. We are witnesses to the birth of a god, bro. Chill. All right. I like to try. I mean, my friends have told me I've streamed like 4 times in my life. I streamed Overwatch once, and well, not once. I streamed Overwatch for like 2 months one time. I was just coming home after work, pounding beers and streaming Overwatch and hoping people would watch me as a bronze player. And then like I streamed Civ for a while too, and just, I don't know. What's the point of streaming if you're not going to talk to people? All right. I'm going to close the stream. What? The poll. I get my words mixed up a lot. You guys be surprised how many extra takes I do when I'm recording. I'm going to close the poll in about probably just a minute. I've never played Spin Tires. I did play. I have like 14 hours on Mud Runner, and that was years ago. And same deal. I never really got into Mud Runner, and then randomly 2 years ago, I think Snow Runner was on like crazy sale on one of the stream sales, and I bought all the DLC, and I fell in love with the game. All right, we're gonna close that. Okay, I closed the poll. Streamlabs. Where do I see the results at? Oh, I'm so good at this. I actually don't see where the dude. I'm a great streamer. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys were able to see who won because I wasn't able to see the results the entire time that was happening. I'm gonna open up my own stream on YouTube so I can see what the hell just happened. Okay, cool. Main one. There we go. I don't know why that doesn't show up on Streamlabs website, but it shows up in the YouTube chat. Okay, so main it is. I have done exactly one scouting run on main with the 1500 a while ago, so I don't know a lot about the map. But that's cool. It'll be a mystery, which I'm excited for. So, for the rules of the challenge, we need to decide on our scout. So I guess I'm going to use the poll feature again, unless we all just want to agree to use, someone said the Don 71 earlier. We might, if there's a lot of different answers in the chat, we might do another poll. So someone said the Don 71, which like I was okay with because that kind of keeps with the theme of just the Russian scout. Well, I guess so yeah, I'm not going to go off of these settings. I'm going to sell and buy whatever scout we want. This doesn't determine what actual scout we get. I do like the loaf. Someone else did say using the Warthog because it's another car or another truck I clowned on in the Bandit video. All right. Looks like we're doing another poll. And now I know how to do this. I look like I know what I'm doing. Except now I can't. Hello? And poll. There we go. Telling you guys, I know what I'm doing. All right. Scout for the Bandit Challenge. So, I am seeing Don. I am seeing Loaf. I'm seeing Warthog. Or I saw Warthog. I don't think anyone else said it. Yar. I only had 4 options. I'm actually going to take the Warthog out because I think it would be way too challenging or way too easy with the Warthog. The Warthog is good for medium duty. The problem is it has the add-ons for heavy duty. Like I don't understand why it has a low saddle because if you use like one of the sideboards, it just runs into the cab all the time. All right, no worries, Lucky. Thanks for stopping by though. Like I said, I'll post a video on the channel of like kind of keeping everyone up to date. All right. And then I did like what someone said about the Scout. I like what you said about that because someone said put 2 really tippy vehicles together. All right, pulls up. We'll give that a few minutes. While we're deciding on that, I have to remember how all these settings work. So, let's see. I'm going to be using the money mod, so I'm not too worried about like starting money. Truck availability, we are definitely going to want all trucks available from the start. No DLC trucks in the garage. I'll let you guys vote on that before I start asking more questions. I don't want to overload you guys. All right, 46 votes. That's going to do it. All right, cool. And the winner is... Oh, the Scout almost beat the Loaf. All right, let me write that down so I don't forget. Scout for the Scout. I love it. The channel name came from the fact that my old channel name is absolutely cringe, which you can kind of see in like my really old videos where I was reviewing MMOs. And then I used a random name generator and just kind of came up with it. I don't know. I thought it was a cool gamer tag, and then as I started making content, I just kind of kept it. And now I like it. It's grown on me. I used to think it was cringe. Now I like it. All right. So, for our starting rank, do I start at 0 and like really make this challenge a punch in the balls so that I have to unlock the balloon mud tires? Or obviously I still have to pay for every part that I'm putting on a truck. Do I put myself max rank and give myself the option to outfit my trucks? I think it'll be fun. I'm looking for a challenge, you know. SnowRunner, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's like, you know, what am I trying to say? Rank 10? Rank 10's a good choice. Like, I would say, like, for me, 90% of SnowRunner is just running back and forth between points. And then, like, once a week, I have something terrible happen to me and I get stuck. And so, I don't know, kind of making it a challenge. I'm not going to use the Jat tires. That's a self-imposed rule. I'm not using the Jack of all trades tires on any truck. Oh, wait a minute. I have the Scout 800, though. The Jat tires increase the width by a lot. I kind of like from 0 to hero. I know a lot of you guys are saying rank 10, but I like the idea of really scraping by. Hmm. This is a tough one. I don't know. Because, I mean, 10... That is a tough one. Because, yeah, at rank 10, we only have some of the upgrades. We heard, yeah, I said it. I came out of my mouth. 0 to hero. You know what? And it's catchier. 0 to hero and nothing but the bandit. I like it. I know it's not. I know it's my choice at the end of the day, but I don't know. Getting you guys involved is fun. Truck pricing we're keeping default because bandits are $140,000, which is going to lead me into... Hang on. I hate the way this menu's set up. Trailer availability. We want all the trailers. We want the stores. So here's trailers. We are going to be selling at 50%. That's something I'm definitely going to be doing. God, this menu sucks. I hate it so much. Tire availability. Okay, no. So that's going to stay default because we're going 0 to hero. As I robbed my win with the bandit. That's good. Oh yeah, that's the plan, Tony. I'm going to be making a highlight video for all the streams, whether I depending on how long this goes. I mean, I can't catch people's streams to save my life. So I end up missing a lot of people's streams if I say I'm going to be watching them. So, excuse me. Okay. That is true. That's not something I considered. So one thing I am going to do, and I want your guys' opinion on this. Where am I looking? Bandits are $140,000. If I'm getting paid out the stock contract or the default contract price and having to buy fuel, I am not going to have a very good chance of getting multiple bandits. I'm not aiming to have a full fleet, but I would think it reasonable to have at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 by the end of the map. Is that a ridiculous thing to say? So, I was thinking to double the contract payout, but also double the fuel cost. Basically, double everything so that I can get more bandits quicker. But everything is still going to like cost a lot. Am I saying that right? That might sound stupid. Automatic cargo loading, we're definitely we're gonna be paying for it. It's expensive. Map marker default because I'm stupid. Traveling between regions, no. Contest availability. I do want to 100% the map, so I don't want to have them disappear. Oh, so you get the Amatsu Forester on this map. So my plan is for selling trucks is it's gonna go like this. So I don't know what trucks are available on main because like I've said, I've never done it. So let's just, as an example, Rat and Box just said the Forester. If I bring the Forester back to the garage, I sell it. What I do then is I use the money mod to balance my bank account as if I just recovered another bandit. So like I don't know how much it costs. Like just hypothetically, if the Forester cost $100,000 and a new bandit is $140,000, I sell the Forester and I give myself, yes, I give myself the money to buy another bandit. Basically, I'm like trading in the truck and not impacting my balance, right? And I'm going to keep a log on a Google Doc of what my true money is and how much debt I've accrued. Because if I go into debt and I have to use the money mod to take out more money, I want that to be a separate value because I want to finish the map with no debt. That's another thing. So, and no lucky, I do not have a Discord. People keep asking about it. It's one of those things I gotta get on because like I almost tripled my subscriber count from the Bandit video, and I just now there's a lot of content stuff I have to do that I wasn't really prepared to do. Oh yeah, man, I'm taking it seriously. I want the, yeah, it also helped. Maybe it's in preparation for this. I don't know. I've been watching a ton of like Dark Souls challenge runs lately. I don't know why. I've just been putting them on while I'm like doing other stuff or making stuff for the channel. And so now I'm like, no, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I don't think there's a bandit or a bandit. I don't think there's like a lot of people doing SnowRunner or challenge runs. It could be stupid. So for monetary rewards, do we go straight for yeah, I know you have to build everything. That's part of the challenge and part of what I think is going to be fun. I wonder how quickly we're going to brick the map because I don't know where anything's at. Like I might have to do some prep work to like just make sure I have a fuel source early on. Oh, excuse me. All right. Yeah, I will get on putting a Discord together. It'll take some time. It's one of the things I will do, and I'll post it in the YouTube community post when I do. In the works, no, there's not an as of video in the works. There is a lot of stuff I want to talk about. There's a lot of stuff outside of SnowRunner I want to talk about. My brain is just kind of one of those like lottery ball machines. I forgot I had that. I forgot about that. Anyway. Okay. I forgot what the hell I was saying. But yeah, my brain is like one of those lottery like ping pong ball machines. An idea floats to the top and that's the video I do. It's really hard for me to like make a list or to have people vote on what I'm gonna do. So every truck has a video in the works at some point. It's just a matter of when it floats to the top. So let's make these rules. Let's get the work out of the way. Let's make the rules and then we can go do a map and chat for a little bit. So this page is good. External body add-ons is roof racks, and that's everything on the truck. I think I want these to be available from the start. Internal body add-on is engines, transmissions, diff locks. I don't think it adds a lot to the challenge for me to go to Tamir or go to Yukon, or in the case of the Scout, go to Michigan and Alaska to pick up all the upgrades for these trucks before starting the stream. And while this is going to be a hard challenge, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to do this without upgrades. Oh yeah, the Scout's going to be our fuel vehicle. It is absolutely going to be, it's going to have the roof rack on it constantly. It's probably going to be pulling a fuel trailer like 90% of the time. So we're making 200, all contracts are paying 200% normal price. So the add-ons are going to be 200% normal. Garage refueling is obviously going to be unavailable. Fuel is going to be 2 times. I think no auto repair is free. Or no auto repair is fair. Dude, I suck at talking. Part restock is paid. Repair point efficiency. So someone made this point on a community post that I made. If I'm going to be doing main, I should be doing, I'm using an obscure Russian truck. It should be expensive to fix. So someone said I should make it take 2 times more repair. 2 times, I'm not finishing my sentences. I'm an idiot. Vehicle damage, 2 times normal, and then I'm not going to completely disable recovery because the Bandit can't put on a super heavy crane. I'm going to say it's unlikely. I'm a pretty good driver. In the likelihood, or what am I trying to say? If I roll down a cliff, I don't want the Bandit to just get stuck there, but it is going to cost me out my ass to get it back, is kind of what I'm moving at here. It would kind of be choosing between, yeah, it is 1 of 1. It would be choosing between getting a new Bandit or just recovering it back to the garage. So 2 times the cost of repair. So yeah, paid repair part restock 2 times normal price. No, that's what I meant. I didn't say it correctly because I'm an idiot. That is what I meant. They just meant the amount of damage I take or the cost to repair it. Regional repair rules. All right, let me just look this over really quick and see if there's anything I want to address. So We're starting with the Scout 800. We'll sell the 1500 right off the bat. Rank 0, 0 to hero. I need to start with a little bit of money. I can't start with nothing. I would say 15 grand just so I can outfit the truck. Or did someone say you can't do anything in the main garage until you fix it? SnowRunner's the Dark Souls American Truck Sim. I made that joke in my first ever SnowRunner video. That's kind of the point on this challenge. I don't know. It'll be stupid, but it'll be fun. So, yeah, I guess that is kind of weird, but it does make sense. The Bandit is a one-of-one truck, and so we're expectedly repairing it should be expensive, and then the Bandit will, or the Bandit, dude, I'm reading too much. There's too much in front of my face. I'm trying to have conversations and decide on these rules. Goddamn. Okay. All trucks are available, so we can buy the Bandit right off the bat. No DLC vehicles. Truck pricing. Yeah, all you can do is make them more expensive, which I'm not doing. Nope, that's not what I wanted. So default pricing. Truck selling. I shouldn't be doing much of that, so that doesn't matter. Storage, we're staying on the map. Trailer availability. Trailer store availability is going to be default because the only thing you can do there is random trailers, which sounds terrible. Trailer pricing, I'm going to do 2 times. Yes, we're going to do 2 times. Selling at 50%. Fuel price is 2 times. Garage refueling is unavailable. Vehicle add-on pricing is 2 times. Engines are available from the start. Tires we have to unlock. All the add-ons are available from the start because we're starting with basically nothing. No auto repair at the garage. We have to pay to restock our repair points. Our repair points aren't going to be worth as much. 2 times normal repair price outside of home. Vehicle is going to take twice as much damage. Truck recovery is going to cost us 6 times. I'm not going to be traveling between regions. Map markers are set to default because I'm stupid, like I said. If I take a Bandit somewhere without a loading crane, it's going to cost me to load that cargo. Because part of the Bandit's strengths and weaknesses is that the crane is really strong, but the crane makes the truck crazy unstable. Contest availability, I don't know why that was set to random. That's default. Task contests and contracts are all going to pay out 200% to help us get more Bandits faster, and then so you can't customize until you fix something in the garage, which means off the bat we would just have a Bandit with a sideboard, because the Bandit, when you buy the Bandit, it's not a naked frame truck. It comes with the sideboard and the crane, thank God. I mean, that's part of it. One rock hit and you lose all your contract money. Better not drive like a dumbass. I mean, regardless of how hard it is, I'm going to finish it because I'm going to use the money mod. If I finish it $100,000 in debt or more, that's how I finish the map. But it's part of the fun, right? All right. So, those are our rules set in stone. And coming over to my Google Doc now for my self-imposed rules. We're using the Scout 800. We're not allowed to use any Jetpack tires. And someone said the Scout must have the roof rack at all times, but I mean, it was going to do that anyway. Trying to think, any other self-imposed rules? Oh. Well, no, 0 to hero, we are going to be starting with 1 Bandit. You have to fix the garage and upgrade it to have more trucks in it. Well, yeah, but if you deploy a truck, you can still go back to the garage and deploy another one that was stored, right? That would be weird if they just reworked how the entire garage worked because of that. I mean, that'll kind of be fun then. Yeah, It'll kind of be fun to literally from zero to hero. You have a level 1 crappy bandit repairing a destroyed garage with no facilities. I think it'll be a good time. It'll make for a great video too. Um, so I mentioned it earlier when talking about the Amatsu Forester. Are we okay with the idea of recovering a truck and it just equaling another bandit? Because someone said you get the Forester and you get the Taiga. Trucks must be the brightest possible color. All right, make my trucks obnoxious colors. How's that? All right, so or I shouldn't say recovering, like finding new trucks. Finding new trucks just equals bandit. And then, yeah, I have it disabled. I mean, first of all, it's going to cost me. You can't buy a bandit. Well, hmm. Well, I mean, we got to take some shortcuts, right? I will, if I can't buy a bandit in the garage, I'll just go to another map and buy a bandit. I mean, that's the weird thing about Maine is it's like a broken map, and that's supposed to be the kind of fun is you're supposed to take your existing fleet in there and fix it up. Well, if you don't have an existing fleet, the game doesn't know what to do. So I'm gonna make that exemption that, I'm gonna go to another map and buy whatever. Yeah, no, I mean, we won't be using the truck store in Maine. We shouldn't have any reason to other than buying our second bandit. So like we're going into the map with a bandit and with a scout 800 is kind of what I should say. I'll go to Tamir to buy a bandit. I'll go to Alaska to buy a scout, and then we'll start the game proper, start the stream proper on Maine. So, all right, cool. I think we're nice and set up. If you guys, yeah, yeah, if you guys have any more suggestions for self-imposed rules, feel, feel free to, um, what am I trying to say? Sound off? That's a lame thing to say. Feel free to sound off. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and load this map up so that I have this save file ready to go and I don't have to come back and redo these settings. While I do that, I'm going to go use the bathroom. And then when I come back, I'm just going to hop on my main save and get some work done and we can just hang out and chat for a bit. I will be right back. All right, I returned. I saw that right before I got up, Lucky. You're right. I won't be able to buy a bandit in Maine. Is that a setting I can change, or am I just gonna have to pop over to like the Tamir garage to buy a truck whenever I need to? Yeah, I don't think it's a setting I can change here. I think it's unfortunately something that's just built into the game. Yeah. No, no, I don't. Like I said, I took my only experience on main was I took my 1500 unlock all trucks. Okay, so that's truck availability rules, which is what I did with this. So that way I don't have to worry about grinding for anything, even though I'm only going to be buying scouts and bandits. So let me look through this really quick so that I can get easy footage. So I can find it easier when I'm condensing the stream and making the video about it. That's going to be save slot 4. All right. No, you're right, Lucky. You were right. We got it figured out. If they did, that'd be nice because I don't even know why they keep that restriction. Like, I mean, no, it doesn't make sense because when you buy the DLC packs, like, why does it make sense to have a Mastodon in Michigan? Why can't you just buy? Oh, that's an interesting question. I didn't think about that. Well, it depends on how many I need because my plan for the scout is hmm with expensive as repair and recovery is. My original plan was going to be the scout is only allowed to go 2 scout specific challenges and back, or 2 a fuel source and 2 a truck that needs fuel. So like I was going to make the bandits do like all the watchtowers and everything, like 100%. Now I'm second guessing myself, but we'll see. All right, I have this map loaded up. That's all I wanted to do for right now is just have the save file made so that I don't forget the settings. So I'm not going to be continuing the bandit challenge stream right now. Like I said, I think that's unfair to all the people that I said that this was just going to be kind of a preliminary stream where we were setting stuff up, testing things, and discussing the rules. So next weekend, we'll officially start the challenge. So for right now, if you guys want to, figured we can just hang out, chat while I work on my my main save on the glades. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like if it's supposed to be about the bandits, if I just start filling it up with Scout 800s, pulling around Scout trailers, I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of the challenge. The purpose of the challenge is either to redeem the bandit in my eyes or to let everyone know that I was 100% correct about my opinion on it. Well, yeah, it might be 2270s, 22, Jesus. I almost said 2277 because I played Fallout 4 this morning. Um, so my plan, the reason I was kind of blindsided by even having to do this stream was my plan was after Memorial Day, my girlfriend goes to Alaska for the summer and she stays there until about September. Um, and so my plan was then to kind of have a really erratic streaming schedule. I could stream a lot more during then. The problem was we hit our goal so much earlier that I didn't want to tell you guys, be like, okay, cool, we hit our goal. I'll be streaming in 2 months because like that's not fun. You got to strike while the iron's hot, you know? So for a little while, we're just going to be doing Saturdays. And then eventually it's going to be a lot more often. So sometime after Memorial Day, we'll have much more consistent and frequent streams. So far, let me change my, what's on my other monitor. So my Google Doc pulled up. So far, I really enjoy the glades, except for the farming, which is exactly what everyone said. And it's not that the farming is terrible. It's not like this awful thing, makes you want to pull your hair out. It's just boring. And the fact that you have to transport the farming trailers all over the place is so stupid because, come on, you can only hook them up to you can only like hitch them up to tractors, and they're a pain in the ass to pack on trailers. And so like when you have to transport a piece of farming equipment to a different field, it's just not fun, plain and simple. No, I don't dislike the farming. Like I enjoy doing the farming while I'm doing it. It's everything in between that the devs just kind of fumbled. Like if these are farm fields, why not have all the farming equipment at least close by? Yeah, like that's another thing. You can't pack the farming equipment onto the trailers. So it's a real pain in the ass to load. And like I've seen people making like SnowRunner videos where it's like how to get all the farming equipment on an 8 slot trailer, and there's like a weird special thing you have to do where you have to smush it in with a scout fuel trailer so it doesn't go flying off. And I'm just like, what the hell? Why would they design it that way? Also, I know we're this far along into the stream. I have my stream pulled up on my other monitor, and I can't tell if it's just because I'm streaming and watching at the same time, but I'm noticing the bit rate's kind of all over the place. How is it looking on your guys' end? Is this acceptable, or do I need to try and figure something out here? Yeah, I would agree that it's a solid, like, 4. Because, like, that's another thing. Is like, I remember I played... It's not Scandinavia, is it? What's the map with the castle? The season 14. I played that when it came out. Because I wanted to play a season on when it was like just released instead of catching the bits and pieces of it on Reddit. And there was like 2 fields when you were in that 3-wheeled tractor that I was just like, this isn't cool. Austria. There we go. I couldn't remember what it was called. Oh, I need to set my markers. 'Cause I'm a forgetful boy. Okay, good. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. No matter how much I crank up my bitrate when I'm like even rendering, it still looks like garbage. And some people are like, "Oh, it's YouTube's encoder giving you a bad bitrate," but it's just this game. It's so hard to get it to look good when you're exporting something. It was a bit crunchy. Uh, hmm. I'll double check my settings. I might also have to turn down my SnowRunner settings. I didn't think about that. And I'm still running with my reshade on too. Did you start with the DLC stuff or buy it? When I started my most recent playthrough, I exited all to a random map and have been buying it. When I started playing, I think I just had the year 1 pass. So when I started playing, I had the Bandit, and I want to say I had the 813, the Tatra pack, but I'm not 100% sure. So like the Bandit was one of the first trucks I ever used. Like that anecdote in the Bandit video about the Bandit being like a good weapon when you only have the first like 4 trucks available. That's from personal experience. That's how I used it. I rolled the shit out of it in Smithville Dam all the time, but I tried using the Bandit when I first started playing. Lucky I do that all the time. I text my girlfriend back with voice to text, and she hates that I do it. because it just like messes stuff up. And she's like, "What did you mean by that?" And I'm like, "That's not that hard to figure out. You know what I meant." Oh no, I'm damaging the loaf. I'm drowning the bread. I'm making it soggy. I might have bought it outright. I really don't remember. That was a long time ago. Oh, hi, Maddie. I'm in trouble now, boys. A Michigan boy who's real lazy. Yeah, this was just a setup stream. So we got done talking about all the rules. Um, and we'll be officially starting the stream next weekend. I just wanted to make sure, everything was set up and ready to go. Oh yeah. Yeah, 813 is my favorite truck. It's my favorite truck in the game, and it has slowly become one of my favorite trucks outside of the game. I really hope... It's one thing I don't like about Glades. Well, I've been avoiding doing the farming. I did just the first farming field, and I'm trying to clear up some tasks or contracts right now that I think are going to be blocked by the fact that I need to do another but I'm going to have to do another farming one here soon, and I just really don't want to. Crossing my fingers and avoiding it. My least favorite truck in the whole game? Ugh, that's a good one. There's a lot of trucks... not a lot. There's a small handful of trucks I really don't like. But it's not necessarily because of the trucks. It's more so because, like, I don't like the way Saber kind of handled them. So, a good example is... Oh. Thanks, Bryce. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Goat. Heck yeah. So least favorite truck. Short answer, the equivalent of the 1500 on the Russian side. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. But like, I like the 1500 sometimes. I don't like the fact, like, I don't like how it sounds. I don't like how the devs gave it such a weak rear suspension, so it sags when you have the roof rack and the stuff in the bed. The Sentinel, that's the one. I don't like... It's just weird. It's a weird truck to be in the game, and like there's at no point where you would ever just be like, oh yeah, I really want the Sentinel. Because if you're region locking your trucks, there's no reason for you to ever bust out the Sentinel. So it's just like, what's the point? Like, even the TUZ-166 is better than the Sentinel because I think you can put bigger tires on it. As for like big trucks, I don't know. Oh, I have to go recover another truck. It's getting dark, and dark SnowRunner streams do not look good. Let me change that real quick. There we go. Yeah, the Sentinel is truly a vehicle that was added. That's the best way to put it. I mean, in terms of like performance, there's not a whole lot of trucks that I'm like, this thing sucks. I don't ever want to use it. But I just think like the worst thing a truck can be is just boring. Like, you have the devs can make whatever they want. They can put whatever they want into the game. There is no shortage of incredible vehicles throughout history that they could add, and yet they add another single cab 6x6 American truck. Like, I don't understand why the cat trucks are in the game. They're not bad. I've used one before, but it's just like, yeah, I don't really have like a truck I outright hate. There's just a ton of trucks, like specifically American 6x6s, that I just haven't used before because, yeah. Um, yeah, exactly. Like by the time you get the Sentinel, it's like, who cares? I was just following this marker. I wasn't even planning my route. I'm glad I wasn't driving into anything terrible. Okay, yeah, we can definitely cross this. Um, what's up, Thomas? The favorite of the first trucks you get in Michigan and Alaska, the White Western Star, easily. I'm excited to do my next American map because I miss driving the White Western Star. I still haven't used a lot of the trucks. There's so many trucks I haven't unlocked that I haven't gotten to yet or that I've just never bothered buying. True, but I don't have the snorkels on it. No, I agree. My favorite feeling trucks to drive, I think, tend to be more or less in the heavy class. I've been trying. I originally started Glades. I was trying to do it. Is there? Oh, there's a path right there. I was trying to do it all in old trucks. So I was trying to use like a lot of the steps. Um, I had a mod for a Ural or 4320. I hope there's not a stump right here. Yeah, like that's another thing I don't like is like there's it's going to the technical station. Which way should I point? Oh, it's going back where we came from. Okay. Yeah, there's so many trucks that like you'll never find put out on a map for you to discover. So it's like up to you to buy them. Like I don't know. Like one truck that's been available from the start that I've just never bought is like the Boar. Like why would I buy the Boar? Oh man, I need to look into like some lozenges or something, dude. I don't talk this much normally. I keep on coughing. What is your favorite of the first three maps? I like Tamir. I like Tamir a lot. Tamir and Wisconsin are the only maps I have ever done twice. So Tamir is good. I like the vibe. I like the environment. It reminds me a lot more of Mudrunner, and like I know it's a weird thing to say, even though I haven't played Mudrunner very much. I kind of just like the more desolate vibes of the map. I just started a mirror. Any tips? Don't. No. My biggest tip would be right off the bat, get, I forget what it's called. I think it's called supplies for the warehouse or something. There is a service trailer you can recover that unlocks a warehouse that will supply you with a lot of the materials you need. If you want to, with that supply trailer, you can really easily do a skip to get to the Cosmodrome, and it's pretty much just a short drive to get the 605R, which is going to help you a lot in that region, and I drove into the river like a dumbass. Okay, now we got it. Oh no. Don't get stuck, man. That'd really kill the vibe. Don't fucking tip either. What the... The 166 is completely underwater. Whoops. Nah, we got it. Nah, I'd win. Oh, you did it after building the bridges? I'm so sorry. You poor soul. The worst, well, I can't say what the worst region in the game is because I haven't completed a lot of them. I've done Michigan, Alaska, Tamir, Kola Peninsula, Don, Wisconsin, and now the Glades, and that's it. Um, so I mean, of those that I've done, I don't know. I don't. Uh, that's a tough one. I think when you're really like when you're first starting out, you don't have like when you're really not comfortable with the game, you don't have a lot of trucks, you don't know what you're doing. Um, I think I have to remember the name of the map. Believe it or not, it's a Wisconsin map. Island Lake. I think when you don't have a lot of trucks, you don't have good tires, you're not familiar with bringing a fuel source with you to to a map with no garage. I think that one was probably like the worst region for me, and that was 60 hours into the game. But I mean, that's just what I've experienced so far. I skipped Amur at first, even buying the rest of the DLCs to avoid it. I returned to it almost a year later and was 3 contracts from finishing when my save got corrupted. Oof. That's one thing I've always been afraid of, and I'm going to be backing up the Bandit stream save for sure. I've always been afraid of my save getting corrupted and like messing around with mods and pack files and stuff like that, and I've been very thankfully avoiding it. Not had any issues with it yet, thankfully. Hey man, found your video from watching, or found your channel from watching the Bandit video. Well, thanks, man. Someone else in here earlier, I'm sorry I missed it, said that they bought SnowRunner just because of that video, and I think that's crazy. I think that's awesome. I'm glad I can be introducing people to new games. Flip Trucks the game. That's a good one. So yeah, end of the summer, I'm going to Alaska, visit my girlfriend for a week while she's up there. See if I spot any cool trucks. I went to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan about a year ago. The same week the Austria DLC came out, and I saw someone in a green Earth Roamer. It was crazy. Okay. So I need to get something over here with 3-slot cargo. And I have nothing on the Institute map except for my loaf. So the Heartlands and Harvest Corp are close by. I have something in Harvest Corp, don't I? I have my Verandy without a trailer. That sucks. And I have my Step 310 without a trailer. Alright. Does the Verandy have a loading crane? Because we are going to overload. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Quebec is hard. I'm not, It depends on what kind of hard, because SnowRunner has 2 kinds of hards. Actually, no, it has 3 kinds of hards. It has inconvenient hard, it has logistical hard, and then it has the only good kind of hard, which is just like technical, careful, safe driving. Inconvenient hard is like when there's just a non-destructible tree blocking your path and there's nothing you can do about it, or like the I mentioned it in my Cola video, the tree that's on the road in between the garage and the trailer store in Amandra, it's just annoying. It's not a challenge. It's just an inconvenience, and it pisses you off. The time is locked, right? Yeah, it's locked to 9 in the morning. Okay. So we have straight shot back to the Institute, which is really weird to say because I was playing Fallout 4 this morning. The Avalanche video was funny. I didn't expect that one to do very well at all. Like, I was just kind of having some stupid fun and taking out my frustration on that truck and my frustration on people from Marketplace. Dude, people from Marketplace are so fucking stupid. I'm selling a Honda Odyssey right now, and I'm dealing with dumbass people again. Someone, like, messaged me on Friday, or on Wednesday, and he was like, can I come see Friday? And that's all he said, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then he opened my message and never said anything. So I'm just like, what do you want? The Kenworth 963 is crazy. It's one of those trucks that, like, I know I could jump ahead and go get it right now. But as you've seen from me setting up the rules for the Bandit stream, I'm an odd masochist who likes punishing myself, so I don't feel like I've earned it yet. The Taiga King video is how you found me? The Taiga King video was so disappointing because I did the 255 video, which I thought I did really well, and I had a lot of fun researching that truck. And then I looked up the Taiga, and I couldn't find anything on the damn truck. So I was like, well, I already committed to making this idea. So, I mean, I don't know. Learning about the trucks is a double-edged sword. Sometimes you find a lot more than you thought you were going to find, and sometimes you find nothing. Just how it goes, I guess. Yeah, let's see. Ethan, I think you should. If it looks fun, it'll probably be fun. And I think for the amount of content you're getting, I think the price is incredible. The game's what, like $30 right now? I think it's on sale right now, actually, because they just released the DLC. So, I mean, yeah, if it looks interesting, you know, get it without any of the DLC to see if you like it. And the first map alone is going to take you anywhere between like 60 and 80 hours. So, you just should. Do I have the Dairy Special, the Dan or the Con 317 or the Mac Defense? No, I don't have the Dairy Special. If you're talking about the Dan 96, yes, I do. And I'm using it as a low saddle truck, which is a really stupid setup for it. I don't have the Con 317 or the Mac Defense yet. I use markers a lot because, well, one, like right now, I'm trying to talk and drive at the same time, so I don't want to get lost. But I use them for a while until I just kind of get to knowing the map in the back of my head. But like I've had it happen way too often where I'm driving and I think I'm going the right way. And then because I was like watching something on my other monitor or talking to my friends on Discord, I get to where I thought I was supposed to be going and I'm nowhere near where I needed to be. So I pretty much use markers now just to like keep myself reminded of where I need to go. I'm a little spacey sometimes. Always thinking of new video ideas and all that. I actually did something similar to that last night. Lucky I was playing on this map and like I didn't realize it wanted me to craft 2 cabins. Like it had the up arrow icon on 2 cargo containers and then it showed me where the loading zone was. So I drove the cargo containers over to the unloading zone and I was like, oh, it wanted me to go to the fucking place and craft cabins. I had no idea. So I kind of did something like that. Surprisingly, Dan is not a man parody. It would be cool if some man trucks were in this game, though. Yeah, the Dan. I've looked up the Dan before because it's something I do want to do a video. It's based off of another uh, obscure Russian. Is it a tank transporter or is it a rocket platform? I don't remember. I feel like as I'm trying to focus on having a conversation, all my knowledge is pouring out my other ear. Alright, let's see how overloading goes. No, that's the love-hate relationship with this game, is sometimes it makes you wonder why the hell you're even playing it. Like, you just have a bad night. Have I played Expeditions? No, I haven't, but I bought it. It was on sale recently. I want to play it. I think I might like it, but I mean, we'll see. Because, like, one thing that I wish SnowRunner had more of, and I think it does really well, is like little self-contained adventures. Sometimes I hate loading up a map. Like North Carolina did this to me. I hate loading up a map and it giving me way too many things to do. Like I do kind of like starting a map and being pointed in a general direction. It kind of makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing and working towards the right stuff. And like not necessarily saying I want story in my truck driving game, but like there's opportunities in some places for them to like tell stories with this zone, with the zones that they just don't really take advantage of. All right, let's see how this goes. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Dawn was fun because it was small. I think if Dawn was any bigger of a map, it would have just pissed people off. But I really enjoyed Dawn. It was fun. It was really like self-contained and difficult, but it was also really dense. All right. Thanks for watching. I feel so awkward having my girlfriend pop in the chat sometimes. But I'm happy she's so supportive. All right. The blue crane. You mean like the blue crane on this? I just wish we could recolor the cranes. Like, I hate when I have a really good color scheme going on a truck, and then I have no choice but to use a bright yellow or bright blue crane. I'm just like, ugh. Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, it does. I remember that. Yeah, isn't that so funny? No, I wish there was a little bit more information on the trucks in the vehicle description, just because, like, I'm curious, I'm curious about these, but that's why I started making my videos, because I wanted to learn more about the trucks. One thing that someone pointed out, if you remember why I'm such a big fan of the Bandit, our boy right here, is because it was a truck that was only made for a few years, and it's what am I trying to say? Let me make sure I phrase this right. So it was supposed to be the next variation of the Euro 4320. It was and what they did was, oh man, excuse me. Oh, you mean the blue crane is shorter and weaker? Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with that too. Let me make sure I have this task. I don't think I do. But anyway, the Varen D in my video, like, researching the truck, they talked about how... Okay, I do have this task. They talked about how, this truck was still, like, kind of being developed. It was still technically a prototype. And so right as the Soviet Union fell, they were experimenting with putting air-cooled engines in this truck. And in my video on the Verandy, I said it was kind of like my personal headcanon that the Verandian game is one of the air-cooled models, because I found a picture of one that was marked as an air-cooled model with side decals that look very similar to the Verandy's side decals. And I didn't even realize it. And someone pointed out that the vehicle description for the Verandy says it's based off of an obscure prototype. So I was like, holy shit, I was right. Even though the truck is modeled with a radiator. So yeah, no, the colorable the the colorable add-ons and sideboards is like a must. You have to play with it. This is where I need to go, right? Yeah, okay. Just for some reason it thinks I don't have them right now. What is the easiest way to get to the corporate garage? I don't see a road over here, so I'm gonna guess over here. The gallons per minute is so like anxiety inducing though. When you're just sitting there idling and seeing your fuel drip away, makes you feel like you gotta go. I shut my trucks off at every like single point I'm not driving. I don't open the map and like stare at it trying to figure out what I'm gonna do unless I turn my truck off. Do I think SnowRunner has enough Russian vehicles? I actually don't. Not that I necessarily want to see the devs like continue their Russian bias, but like there's so many cool, obscure, weird as hell Russian trucks that they could add to the game. And I don't know if they just don't because like people have already made mods for them or what. Like I want to see more weird stuff. I want to see weird, I want to see rare, I want to see custom one-off jobs like the Bandit. You know, the fact that the Bandit is in this game is, as much as I clown on it, you know, the fact that it's in the game at all is kind of crazy. The International Paystar, uh, it's a truck that's in the game. It's fine. Like, it's right on par with all the other heavy off-road trucks like the Verandy or the Veran AE. It's just another kind of boring 6x6. That's funny you say that, Bryce, because I just saw like a YouTube short the other day of a clip from I don't remember what the movie's called. Is the movie called Yes Man? It's the one where Jim Carrey like has to say yes to everything, and they have him in an interrogation room, and they're just like, "So you know how to speak Korean? So you're taking flying lessons?" And he's like, "Look, I know how this looks." uh, None of the trucks in the game have transmission. The drive shafts come straight off the flywheel. Some of them do. Some of the trucks don't even have engines modeled. Uh, the P the P512 doesn't have an engine modeled. There's another truck I looked at recently that doesn't have an engine modeled, and I can't for the life of me remember. Oh, the Bandit doesn't have an engine modeled. The Bandit doesn't even have a fuel tank modeled. Like, it's one of the only trucks you can't see fuel sloshing around anywhere on. I just hit a big bump and I forgot I was overloaded. I saw someone, in response to Leo, I saw someone on Reddit or the SnowRunner Discord someone said they were gonna go back and like rework some of the early trucks, and I don't know if it was like a total rework or if they were just like rebalancing them, like kind of giving them like some XML updates to make them more viable. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen them anywhere. That's the other one. The Collab 749 doesn't have an engine. There's no reason for it to be modeled because the way it sits on its enormous frame, but you know, I'm nosy. But yeah, the Step is also based off of a prototype, the Step 310. I'm excited to take a look at I have like a Pacific slash Maz sized video planned for all the step trucks because I want to really take a closer look at them because I love using the step trucks. I've used them so much throughout the Glades. Been one of my favorites so far. And of course, I also want to talk about the 135, that weird dual engine, dual transmission, dual drive shaft monstrosity. The hell was that? That just the fence post? I mean, this has disaster written all over it, but I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, well, thanks, Snow Freak. Uh, yes, I am gonna do more modded trucks in the future, just more sparingly. People kind of have 50-50 opinions on whether they like taking closer looks at mod trucks. Um, but like, yeah, the Sterling T26 is one that's like up next if I take a look at another mod truck. All right, Lucky. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for yeah, have a good time playing Helldivers. I I agree. I do wish there were some more obscure Asian, what? European and American trucks. And like maybe I don't know, I don't even think that's a good reason. I was gonna say maybe Saber's afraid to because, you know, tensions and they don't want to be digging into other countries' military vehicles, but at the same time, like there's so much cool stuff you could add. Like why? Why do we have the civilian Hummer H2 as a scout vehicle? How cool would it have been to find an H1 like buried in Alaska somewhere? Ugh. I'm both excited and not looking forward to my Hummer video because I love the Hummer H1. I hate the Hummer H2, and we don't talk about the Hummer H3. Generally, no. I don't overload often, Danny. It's when it's convenient. It's when, or I guess when it would be inconvenient for me to go get another trailer or a truck of the appropriate size is when I overload. Like right there, I didn't have anything close by. Oh, there is a garage on this map. That's cool. That would be an 8-slot delivery. Let's see what we got. So I want to unlock not so high voltage. I need to do keep refrigerated in order to do, no, geez, cutting losses, briar, and chicken coop. That's a long journey. But I gotta do it. All right, let's start working on that. Oh, I have to scroll back up. What did you say? Oh, I mean, yeah, Snow Freak. I plan to do another video just like the Dragon Wagon video eventually. It's just the modded trucks kind of get lower precedent unless I find something that like really catches my interest. Actually, I should unlock this garage right now. Okay, that's good. My step 310 is right over here. What's this garage have? Or this warehouse have? Robbie, eventually I'm going to make a video on the dairies. So I was telling somebody else, um, oh, this one has metal beams and rolls. Or spare parts. Yeah, let's overload the metal beams. I started making a video on the dairies, and I was like planning it. I kind of sort of started writing, and then it hit me like a truck that I completely forgot about the dairy special, and it just kind of killed my motivation. And then that's when I shifted gears and started working on the Bandit videos. So like, it's in there. It's just a matter of me getting interested again. It's gonna happen at some point. Like I said, it's everything and anything is possible. It's just a matter of when I am intrigued. You know, I understand why. Oh, hey, what's up, Danny? Thanks for joining. I understand why people are weird about mods because, like, for instance, my rule with mods is I'm allowed to download a mod for a truck after I've made a video on it. So, like, I use a Tatra T813 mod. I use a mod for the Shishiga. Both of those trucks are ridiculously overpowered. Or actually, no, not ridiculous. You can spec them to be ridiculously overpowered. I kind of dial them back. I keep them a little bit more tamed. But it's really easy. Like they change the dynamic of the game. Like my Tatra, the way that I have it set up, it's not flying down the road at 100 miles an hour, but just nothing stops it. So it just kind of depends. People feel like if you play with mods, you cheapen the experience. Oh, welcome to you as well, Snow Freak. I've heard the Plaid is good. I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, but I have heard it's good. Daniel said that they should add another Pacific truck. What would they add? Because Pacific didn't really make a lot of trucks. I mean, they could add like a P10 or maybe one of the special P12s like the Ultra, but I mean, I don't really know. Pacific did make some like fire trucks in the '60s. They made like some cabo or fire trucks. But yeah, if the H1 was in Mudrunner, why did they bother replacing it? The Hummer EV's an abomination. I see way too many of them for as expensive as they are. I don't understand where people get their money, and I don't understand why people who have money have terrible taste. Is there any random American truck you want added? Yeah, actually there is. Completely random. I want... Oh, what is it called? I want an international MV added. Like the basic bitch, that fleet vehicle, that fleet semi that has like the narrow headlights and the big grill that like school buses were for all of the 2010s. I want a day cab of one of those just because I think it'd be funny. Did I say P16 Ultra? I might have. I'm kind of stupid. Um, Ooh, you know what? Actually, another Pacific they could add would be the P16 Tri-Drive. That would actually be cool. Yeah, yeah, the Pacific South African truck train. Yeah, you have to drive all three of them at the same one. Or same time. No, that's the thing though, and that's the thing with all the Pacific trucks is like the terrain that SnowRunner has like sucks for what Pacifics were really kind of designed to do. Like none of the roads in games are in SnowRunner are just like the flat packed dirt roads that Pacifics would run on in the logging regions. They're all muddy trails that I don't know how anyone gets down them in the SnowRunner universe. No, that is true. The Hummer EV is still better to see than a Cybertruck. Yeah, I agree. I want a better engine for the P12. Like I cannot believe how bad it performed in my Pacific video. I was oh, I'll get back up there and I'm losing frames. All right, stream's gonna look like crap for a second. I dropped to 32 frames just briefly. I don't know why. That should be fine now. Um. All right, Mr. Massless. Well, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you hanging out, and hopefully you'll be able to stop by for the next one. What if they added a Honda Ridgeline to make the Hummer seem useful? Yeah, I don't understand why they chose the H2T. Like if you really wanted to put the H2 in, why would you not just put the 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 SUV in? The H2T looks like garbage. Yeah, no, Snowfreak makes a good point. Like that's a scary thing and kind of like an interesting discussion that's been kind of happening in a lot of car groups is crash compatibility is completely gone out the window. So like a good example is my girlfriend has a 1990 CRV. It's a great car. It's it's awesome. I love it to death. When we park next to like any full size pickup truck, it's like twice the size. And so when you add in that the Hummer EV is like what? It's almost 7 or 8 thousand pounds, right? Like doesn't matter how good your safety rating is on your car, you don't want to get smashed by something that heavy. It just doesn't make sense. All right. So now I do have a small problem. I need 4 service spare parts, which is either one-way overloading or two-way daisy chaining these trucks together. Or wait, what? Yeah, one-way overloading or one-way daisy chaining. All right, Spice, thanks for sticking around. I'll see you. Should they replace the H2 with an avalanche? No, the H2 is still better than an avalanche. The H2 does have a midgate. Yeah, I guess you're right. 9,000 pounds. Dude, that's so ridiculous. 9,000 pounds for a pickup truck. Always daisy chain. Do I have enough gas? Not in the step, but I might have enough gas in the Varen. Because, yeah, I feel like if I overload the service spare parts, they're just way too tall. I feel like I'm going to fail with those. The Hummer H3 is the only way. It could be worse, dude. The Hummer H3 sucks ass. I hate the Hummer H3. And they're everywhere, dude. Every time I see one, I get so fucking mad because I'm just like, you idiot. Why did you buy that? That is a good point. We were just talking about ultras. And then let me do my little line so I don't get lost because I'm dumb. I'm really excited for the potential of SnowRunner 2. I mean, I know there's nothing in the works. Just like they've gotten so much feedback. I think this game has a larger community than I think even they thought it was going to have. So if they involve the community in making decisions for the SnowRunner sequel, I think we'll get some really cool stuff. Oh, why am I in high gear? Which is better, a ridgeline or an avalanche? Well, in terms of aesthetics, and I'm gonna let's talk first gen because I haven't kept up to date, and I don't even know what a modern ridgeline looks like in my head. So, if we're taking first gen avalanche versus first gen ridgeline, if someone was like, you can either have one of these two cars or you have to walk for the rest of your life. And that's tough. I think because here's where I'm debating between. The Ridgeline is going to be more reliable, except for its transmission when it gets old. When you start creeping up on 200,000 miles, that transmission is going to go away. But the 5.3 Vortec is also going to have problems, and you're going to have to deal with a lot more rust. Were Ridgelines four-wheel drive, or were they only front-wheel drive? I don't remember. None of the above is a valid answer. You know what? If I had to take one, I would still take an Avalanche. Because I think first gen Ridgelines are really ugly. They look like they have Down syndrome. Don't like how they look at all. And the Avalanche has a midgate. The Ridgeline doesn't. It's still got that disgusting, like, one-piece frame bed, though, that I hate. Front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, so they have no 4x4. So, I mean, yeah, I'd probably take the Avalanche. So at least, like, I could put it in 4x4 and, like, go off-roading and pretend I have a cooler truck than I do. I bet you the Avalanche also has a higher ride height, so it's probably more prepared. Does the NA market get the NA Patrol and the Land Cruiser? We do not get the Patrol, but we do get, yeah, we get Land Cruisers. The Armada is so ugly. I hate the Armada. Cool name, ugly truck. Breaks my heart. Rust is just weight reduction as long as it's not in important areas. I have had some very rusty cars in my day. I had an 87 Corolla. Like, I had the notchback version of the Initial D car, and I bought it for $2,000 from some guy in Illinois. And this car had been through some shit. It was like 220,000 miles. And it had a welded diff. It was a blacktop 4AGE, though. Did I say that right? Is that the right acronym? I think so. And it was stripped interior because drift car, and it was just rust everywhere, dude. The floorboards were gone. I legitimately rested my foot on the exhaust when I was driving. It was crazy. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Start. Oh, good. I still remember my stuff. It would be worth 10K today. Well, so yeah, it had no floors. Someone had drifted it into a curb and took out both rear strut towers, so it was re-welded together. It looked disgusting. I had it for about 3 months, realized it was way too big of a project for me to take on. I mean, it was one of the best cars I've ever driven. Like, it had like a lightened flywheel and clutch, and that 4AGE is just such a happy motor, dude. It rips up and down, but the rest of the car was a pile of crap. So I traded it for a Volvo 850 that I sold for $500 when I was done with it. Second gen Dakota would be a 6 Scout. If I had more money to throw around to commission stuff, and if I would actually use it, because like knowing me, I would get the mod and then I wouldn't touch it. I just look at it. I would love a first gen. Is it for? Yeah, a first gen. Maybe it's not a first gen, but like a '94 two-door Explorer as a Scout. As stupid as that sounds. Is that official about the Capri? I saw something about that. I think maybe Doug DeMuro made a YouTube short about it. I didn't look it up though. Like that's a real thing. They reused the Capri name and just put it on another fucking crossover. No, the 740, the Volvo 740s are good. The 850s are like watered down garbage. I didn't like my 850. I had a '98 Jeep Cherokee where if you closed the door too hard, it would drop a pile of rust to the point where I parked it at school. I would have two small piles of rust on the left and right side. That's when you get, there was a Jeep here. All right, Danny. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Ooh, the 450 SS. That's sick. Is it the SS trim 1500? Like, is it lowered with because the SS 1500s only came in black, right? Oh, I'm stuck. That's dumb. All right. Let's see. Can the step help me get out? If it pulls itself. Yeah, give me a little push. There you go. Worked out better than I thought it was gonna work out. There's no way there's not a first gen Forerunner as a Scout. There's no way there's not a mod for one of those, is there? There has to be. Like that's got to be someone's most requested thing. That's really awesome. That's the SS trim 1500s are so cool. There's always one I see at like the Father's Day car show by me. So cool. And it's just dumb because like back in the day, like that was something different. That was something cool. Oh, I have my black 1500 that's lowered on these nice wheels. Good custom glossy black paint job with the SS stickers. And now like every truck is just an enormous. What am I trying to say? I don't know. Like not seeing a Raptor doesn't impress me anymore. I guess what I'm trying to say. Like I wish things were cool again. I'm just old and crotchety. Yeah, I know it's not a Bandit. If you were here, if you were here earlier, it was kind of just supposed to be a setup stream where we were. I gotta take the rest of the steps gas, or we were setting up the rules and regulations for the Bandit challenge. So I mean, I don't know if I can change a stream title midstream, but I didn't bother. We're just hanging out now. Let me get to the garage and I'll look up a Belaz dump truck because I actually don't know what that is. Don't let me forget though. I might forget. Yeah, so the rules. All right, C4. Well, thanks for sticking around. Hopefully, get to see you in the mainstream. So yeah, Shadow. The rules are. It's basically going to be hard mode, and I was just kind of working out the kinks and like getting everyone's opinion on what we should do. So we're doing. It's going to be like hard mode rules. You know, we gotta pay for fuel and all that. We're going to be doing main, uh, and we decided on what scout I was going to be allowed to use, of which I'm only allowed to use the Scout 800. Um, Contracts and jobs are going to pay out 2 times only because. Um, Sorry, I'm having trouble explaining and playing at the same time. Only because bandits are $140,000. So if jobs were just paying out the standard amount, I don't think I would get anywhere. Um, Recovery is super expensive. Repairing the bandit is expensive because it's an American truck, or it's a Russian truck in an American zone. And the self-imposed rules are I'm not allowed to use any of the jack of all trades tires. And what else did I write down? Not allowed to use any of the jack of all trades. I have to make all the bandits ugly colors. And if I find a new truck on the map, I basically take it back to the garage and trade it in for a bandit. All right, let me look up that Belaz dump truck really quick. 548. Oh, okay, I've seen this before. I can't. Hang on, if I do this, the stream's gonna look weird for a second, I think. Yeah, it's one of these. I've seen one of these before. It's weird because even the actual pictures of it somehow look like a toy. That one might actually be a toy. Yeah, these all. Okay. Yeah, no, that's sick actually. I wish this picture would load at the right. There it goes. No, that's cool. I mess with that. Ah. The Jat DLC is only worth buying if you want if you don't like the look of the mud tires on scouts, which I don't. I think the the default scout mud tires look like garbage. I hate the way they look. We decided on using the Scout 800 because oh, well, at least the garage is right here, so I can just recover it. That's stupid. Uh, so the reason we decided on the Scout 800 is because it's tippy. It'll be like the Bandit. It's kind of a theme, I guess. Um, did I end up deciding if I'm gonna have more than one? I am leaning on one of two things. I'm thinking either just one Scout or I'm allowed as many scouts as I have bandits. So if I have 3 bandits, I'm allowed to have 3 scouts. But at the same time, I probably won't even need that many. So like I don't know. I'm not gonna flood the map with scouts to complete the challenge though. Like that's not how I want to do it. Um yeah, I don't know. I don't have a solid idea, but I'm not gonna abuse them. I know that for sure. I want to use as few as possible. All right, we got the garage open. That makes things easier. Where do the oil barrels come from? They come from the Institute. Let's see what to do next. Cisterns are 5 slots. That's actually a good way to solve it. Just half as many. Duh. No, that's easier. That makes more sense to me. All right, let's go get refueling services open here. Need oil barrels from Crossroads? That's a journey. Now, oil barrels from the railway terminal at the Crossroads. It's the Harvest Corp map. No, I do too. The like the Sterling T26. There's a couple. I need a 4 slot. There's a couple Maz trucks that like one of like the crazy like 24 36 wheeled, like they're basically just platforms designed to move stuff. How much time do you think it's going to take to complete the Bandit challenge? It's going to take a while. I'm hoping it flies by because I'll be having fun streaming. And my goal is to 100% a map. So, I mean, I would imagine it'll probably be it'll be a saga. It'll be a 40, 50 hour, if not more, playthrough. And so, I mean, I do I do plan on condensing it down into videos to make it easier to watch. I just saw your name, Depressed Frog Penis. My brother, why? Oh God. So I just need 4 oil barrels. What do I want to pull out? I don't have a lot in the Crossroads map. I just have the Cyclops, which I mean, I guess I can grab. I'll go throw a trailer on that one. A Nissan Tiza? I gotta look that up. Oh, that is pretty cool looking. It's got neat looking headlights. Yeah, it's a cool looking truck. I dig it. I dig it. All right. My opinion on Twitch versus YouTube for streaming, like for me or for people in general, I don't really have a strong opinion. I mean, I'm on YouTube because I already have an audience here. Um, you know, everyone got notified when I started streaming, everyone who has their bell turned on. And I mean, it's just easier. And it's also nice because it puts the stream on my channel for me already. So like, if someone for some reason wants to go back and watch an old stream, it's just there. Or actually, you know what it is for me? My computer's not strong enough to record and stream at the same time. It would just completely annihilate my CPU. So I like streaming on YouTube because it automatically puts the stream in the live section of my channel, and then I can go and download it and then edit it like I'm going to do for the Bandit challenge. So that's my opinion. Red Dragon, I think I've looked at that mod you're talking about because when I was doing my Pacific video, I was kind of like, let me throw in some mod suggestions here at the end, and there were just so many that I was just like, nah, I don't know. I just didn't want to do it. So, because I think there were just too many, and I was like, I'm just gonna add too many things at the end of this video, kind of mute my point. So I didn't worry about it. But the mods that improve the P12 and the P16 there's so many of them. But that one, I know which one you're talking about. That is a good mod. Yeah, that's another thing I agree with. Like I've never really gone on Twitch to like find someone streaming. I don't know. Like that's the one thing that I feel kind of bad saying. Like I've never really understood streamers or like people who don't have communities outside of just streaming. That's what I'm trying to say. Like people who are just streamers. Like how the hell? How do you do that? How do you build a community doing nothing but streaming on Twitch? It doesn't make sense in my head. I'm not saying you can't do it. It just doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, if this is the only way that I was ever able to interact with that community, it would be exhausting. Like I like being able to just make my videos and say what I want to say, and then when we do have streams like we're having today, we have conversations to have because we don't normally get to do that. This is the Cyclops from the Maz pack by Yansors. So it, I think it makes it sound how it sounded in Mudrunner, and just visually improves it a little bit. I downloaded it because I don't have the 605R unlocked on this save because I made my Maz video on a different save because I'm smart, and uh, it's pretty balanced from how I've used it. The I think it's called the Maz pack. No, it's called the Hurricane pack. Yeah, it's got a bunch of different Maz models and like variations of the 543 and the 537, and they're not like crazy overpowered. Like he has like an enormous 543 with a crane on it called the Storm. The crane itself is ridiculously strong. The truck is enormous and it takes forever to get anywhere. So like it's good to have the crane when you need something, but the it's taking something away from you, as in it's taking all of your time to get the crane wherever you need to get it because it's so slow. I mean, this thing's not exactly a speed demon either, but oh shit. Okay. I still have. I'm not even gonna say it. It's gonna jinx me. I'm not gonna say it. Forget I said anything. It potentially. So that crane doesn't have like it doesn't have a lot of range. It's a really short crane. I think it can pick up just about anything, but it's really short. Are any of the DLC regions in sand? Unfortunately, no. And it's literally, I think, because SnowRunner's engine, they messed up when they were programming it. And this is from the guy that makes the highway hauling mod maps. There is no way to get the spray coming off of the tires to be anything other than mud, snow, or water. So he was making a map that had like a beach on it, and he was explaining that the spray coming off of the tires was just going to be white because, oh yeah, these are the new trailers. I forgot about those. Are you going to check out Roadcraft releases? Yes. I'm excited for Roadcraft. I think it's gonna be cool. Like I don't expect it to be the next SnowRunner. I don't expect to put nearly as many hours into it as I did SnowRunner. I just think it's gonna be a cool game. I think it's a different idea. No games really tried it, and I think they're gonna do one of two things. I think they're either, oh wait, oh, I have the wrong saddle. There's a high saddle version of that trailer. I think they're either going to take the lessons that they learned from Roadcraft to implement them into the hypothetical SnowRunner 2, or they're going to turn Roadcraft into SnowRunner 2 with a couple of the expansions as they get like feedback on the new systems. And regardless of what they actually do with it, I think it's going to be a great game. I am excited to play it. Where are all my high saddle trailers? I don't want the 8 slot. It's too big. I don't want to tag along. I want something that's on my wheel. Sure, we'll try one of the new 5-slot goosenecks. Why not? I've thought about an Azov video for the future. I have. Like I said it earlier in the stream. There's so many things I want to take a look at. There's so many trucks I'm interested in. There's so many games I'm interested in. There's so many video ideas floating around in my head. It's just a matter of what I decide to pursue. So anything and everything is most likely possible. It's just a matter of time. Like how the barrels in the back of this trailer aren't strapped down at all. Nothing in the back of this trailer is strapped down. But these are cool. I like the way this trailer looks. It's good to see them actually, like, adding new stuff. Oh, I meant to grab a 6 saddle, but I settled for a 5. I'll live. It's not the end of the world. No way you just said that, dude. I've been thinking about making a custom sticker because Naked Dave has that custom sticker pack, and I was literally gonna make myself a logo, and I was gonna put leftover logistics on the back of my or on the side of my trucks. That's crazy you said that. I guess it's the easiest thing that comes to mind though, but that is true. We just send it here. I think I know what mod pack you're talking about, Snowfreak. The Kraz pack is just a bunch of variants of the 255. I couldn't remember what it was called. Right? Or am I crazy? Leftover logistics is lol. Damn. You know what? That's very fitting because it's all when it comes to the Bandit challenge. Yeah, I have to do that now. I have to make a logo to be ready for the Bandit challenge because that'll be funny when the side of my truck says "lol" because I keep um, I keep rolling stuff. You could make the SnowRunner Experience album cover a sticker. I could. I don't know if that would translate well to the side of a truck. I could try. Yeah, nothing else I need to bring. So, speed is a business. So it only shows lol when you roll it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Is there a Russian version of Dot? No, there's definitely no Russian Department of Transportation. Oh, that's funny. I've seen enough Russian dash cam videos to know absolutely not. Seems like the wild, wild west, though. Driving to work's always fun. You never know if you're going to get there. I like the center light on the Cyclops is red. Or I guess yellow? No, orange. I know colors. That's been the motto in a couple of my old cars. That's the... I currently have I have a 2004 Honda Odyssey that I'm trying to sell. And it has a completely blown passenger side rear strut. And there's like this one section of the highway on my way to work that when it's cold outside and the highway starts buckling, the van just literally starts bucking in the rear and like tossing it to the right. It's crazy. No, they do. There's little hoops in the trailer. Well, maybe the hoops are on the cargo and it's just clipping through the trailer. Because yeah, there wouldn't on a normal trailer there wouldn't be eyelets there for hooks. I could keep the camera steady. How are you doing this? Whatever. Saber trying to make... Saber updating the game without breaking the mod browser. Challenge impossible. Did they break it again? Because didn't they break it with the Mac add-ons? Yeah, they broke it so bad with the Mac update that I was unplugging my Ethernet cord from my computer and launching SnowRunner so that it wouldn't load the mod browser because I heard it was disabling everyone's mods. Well, at least they fixed it. I'm always like so nervous to boot this game up when I see that it's been updated because you just never know what they're gonna break. Like they do great work. I know working on a game is hard. I can't do it. I just think it's funny that every update just is like a 50-50 chance of it being a bugged update. When they introduced the Mac DLC and the game updated, I had to sell like half of my garage because the game bugged for some reason, and there was like I remember under my Tatran there was just a saddle, like a low saddle got stuck in between the axles of my Tatran, and like recovering it didn't fix it, storing it and taking it back out didn't fix it. I had to sell the whole thing and then buy a new one, and like I've seen the bug posted a couple times on Reddit where like the the 813 would have a towing platform stuck underneath the truck. It happened to me too. Yeah, it is a weird looking Bandit. I didn't change the title of the stream, but we were earlier just talking about setting up the Bandit challenge rules, and so we got all the rules set up, what map we're going to be doing, all that kind of stuff. So now we're just chilling, going to be streaming for about another half hour. Oh, I'm sure someone's done it. I'm sure someone's put a saddle on the back part of the Tatran, and as long as you get a trailer with a gooseneck with a high enough lip, I bet you could do it. It's the Bandit Pro Max 15. Pro Max 15 Longhorn Edition. No, that's okay. You're not the first person who's come in here and asked about it. I know it's confusing. No worries. Speaking of which, you just reminded me with that Pro Max, edition, Noah. Have you guys seen those Toyota Tundras that have the 1776 edition on the side of it? Why is it on a Toyota? Because you know, like you got the Rams with the Longhorns, or the what is it, High Country? Isn't that one of them? The Laramie, and then there's a Tundra with a 1776 badge on it, and I'm pretty sure it's OEM because I think I've seen more than one. I bought the new season, made sure it was downloaded. Now the game says I don't own it and I can't play it. The whole game or just the season? What's been my favorite video to make? That's an interesting question because my favorite video that I have so far is still the Pacific video. I really like what I did with that video, and that video only kind of was the way it was because of how much information I found on Pacific. My favorite video to make though was the Bandit video, and that's also because like as I make more videos, I'm getting faster and better at editing as long as fucking Adobe doesn't start shitting its pants on me. So like the Bandit video was fun to make because I made it really fast. Like editing used to be the longest part of making a video for me. Now it's writing. Like some nights I get behind my computer and I spend 2 hours writing one paragraph and I feel like a piece of crap. So, but I'm getting faster. So the Bandit video has been my most fun to make. But my favorite video is the Pacific video. Don't disrespect my fucking Toyota. It's more American made than Ford. You know what? Unfortunately, at this point, you're absolutely right. I guess if any car should have the 1776 badge, it's the Toyota. The King Ranch is named like that's. I didn't know that was why. It's because a ranch bought lots and lots of Fords. That is pretty funny. I would never have guessed that. Alright, we gotta take a little shortcut over here because we got a couple bridges out. But ooh, you know what? Maybe I am worried. I don't have any snorkels on this thing, I don't think. Because of Luna. I mean, caught you. Caught bro lacking. That was so funny. So many people were like, that was a brick thrown directly at me. And I'm just like, I took a shot in the dark, and I guess I knew my audience better than I thought. Thoughts on the 85 Nissan pickups, like the hard bodies? I'd own one in a second. Good luck finding one, but I would, yes, they're sick. I miss mini trucks. I want more mini trucks. So, Snow Freak, I was only able to find 3 pictures of 543s with tilted cabs, and all of them were the passenger side. So I think only the passenger side one comes up, but that's the one I can confirm comes up. I don't know if the driver's side one comes up. The other reason I think only the passenger side one comes up is because if you look at the Maz 543M and the Maz, oh, it's like 74 something. It's basically it's basically a single cab Maz 543. So I think maybe just the passenger one, but I don't know for sure. So am I getting a Santa Cruz or a Maverick? I mean, that one's easy. If I had to choose, I'm getting a Maverick, but like, I'm hopefully buying a truck this fall, and I'm going for something old. I want like ideally a pre-OBD, so an OBD1 1500 or 2500 or 3500 diesel if I can find one. But my budget's not super big. Um, I mean, but I like little old trucks. Manual Ranger, manual S10, square body or round body S10. Did they make Dakotas in manuals? I don't think they did. I wouldn't buy a Dakota just because of the transmission. Do you think the Bandit is exclusively responsible for every good thing that has happened to you and all of your success? That's fucked up. Why would you say that? Because you're right. In the past 2 weeks, you know what? No, it wasn't the Bandit's fault. It wasn't the Bandit's job. It was me. I did that. I made the video. Maybe I am nothing without the Bandit. It's an interesting point. I mean, here's the thing, man. It's a single player game. If you're using mods and having fun, that's all that matters. Play the game how you want to play. Because at the end of the day, if you're getting on this game and you're not having fun, I'm like, what's the point? You know? Play it how you want. Maybe the Bandit was the friends we made along the way. Oh yeah, I know. Early autos suck, and especially with General Motors. I used to have a '97 Chevy Astro with the dreaded 4L60E. That transmission sucked. I don't ever want anything with that transmission again. But I did not know Dakotas came in manual, so that's good to know. I would love a manual Dakota. They look so good. Assuming they're not rusted to hell. Oh, you came back from the Avalanche video? That was that's the thing, right? Like I have two different types of videos. I have my serious videos, and then I have my dumb stupid idiot videos. And both my dumb stupid idiot videos did really well, which is just like I feel conflicted because I'm like, good, I'm glad people think I'm funny, but on the other hand, like the stuff I put real effort into isn't getting as much attention. No, I was thinking that too. Why the hell does the Glades hang on, why does the Glades have so many yield signs that are so damn tall? This thing's enormous. Yeah, no, it took me a second to find it, but I found it. Yeah, like they're all over the place in the Glades. I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking that last night. That's something I wanted to point out. Let's see if we can find another one. You know what? You're probably right. There probably is going to be a stupid little bandit cult. Someone say only bandits? Yeah, look, here's another one. Look at how big, like, this is a big truck. The yield sign's almost twice as tall. Who are you yielding for? No, I am not in the South. I don't want to dox myself, but I'm about 40 minutes from Chicago, and in order to get there, I have to drive through Gary, Indiana. So, I live in the rust. It, it could be water level. The Slenderman yield sign. I Unfortunately, no, I live in Indiana. I don't, I live in the gayest part of the country. Doxed. Yep, everyone knows now. Come find me. Michigan, like from SnowRunner. Yeah. Yeah, you know, like the devil from the Bible. I didn't know it was a real place. True. I know. Boo. Boo, Indiana, boo. I watched a regular car reviews video today. I watched I watched regular car reviews Bravada video because Doug DeMiro did a video on the Bravada and I was like, regular car reviews video was better. And in the video, Brian talks about how he jerked off at a family reunion in LaPorte, Indiana. Asheville, North Carolina was like a word about the gayest part of the country. Yeah, you got that reference, Skip? I'm glad. I'm a very well, used to be. I've kind of stepped away. I used to be a very chronically online person, so I have boatloads of references. It's hard to fit them into SnowRunner sometimes. I'm gonna piss on the moon. You can't remove that tree because SnowRunner just it wants to inconvenience you. How dare you drive in a straight line? Take this easy right for no reason. Um, okay, two things. I keep running behind on chat messages. No, there is not a Discord yet. There is going to be a Discord before, um, like I officially start the Bandit Challenge stream. I I gotta look into like what to put in a Discord. I've never in my life thought that people would want a Discord centered around me. So it hasn't even something that's crossed my mind. So I'm just like, I gotta think about that. My lawyers have advised me not to finish this. You're from Louisville, and every time you go into Indiana, you're always shocked on how depressing it looks. How far into Indiana do you go? Because I promise you, it gets worse. The Discord of a furry RP channel. Oh, and the reason why you're attracting so much autism is just autism. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, look, the Discord can do anything that won't get the Discord banned. I literally don't care. The more deprived it is, the more I'm allowed to show my true self. Is this a joint stream or just YouTube? You mean am I streaming on Twitch? Like, no, this is just YouTube. I don't stream on Twitch. Do you mean like the chat isn't displaying on screen correctly, or I'm responding to things out of order? Because I keep responding to things out of order. Because like someone will post something and I'll miss it, and then I'll go way back up the chat and respond to them. All right, we can do that. Dedicated Bandit channel. More tall ass yield signs. So you come just over the river? No, it gets worse. It gets worse. If you once you pass Indianapolis, it gets worse. Huh. All right. If anybody else has experienced that, let me know so I can look into it. Yeah, I don't really have an answer for you. I was telling them at the start of the stream, this is the first stream I've done in years. I used to be a little gay and stream Overwatch too, thinking I was cool. So I don't have, I didn't get any viewers. So like, I don't have anything set up. Just bring one more yield sign, use it as a bridge. Dedicated Avalanche channel? I guess so. Alright, you guys are giving me plenty of ideas for a Discord. I can make it happen. Give me a little while to work on it, and you made it a chat full of furries. That's alright. That's okay. Look, no, I'm not gonna out myself like that. I'll shut my whole mouth. That would be a good name for the Discord, though. I like that. All right, Bryce, that's good timing. I'm gonna, as soon as I wrap this up, I think I'm gonna end up going and getting some dinner myself. It's about 9 o'clock here. I didn't eat before the stream, so Team Avalanche versus Team Bandit rules. I gotta write these down because I'm gonna forget. So hold on a second. So hang on. So we want Team Avalanche versus Team Bandit Discord roles. A Bandit Warship channel. Look, I was never a full-on furry, okay? But I had friends in the community and I listened to furry music in high school. Like Jackal Queenstone, Renard, Quick Brown Fox. Like I'm familiar with Halsey Lab, shit like that. The yield sign and emoji, done. I'm Rage 2 fan roll, Gary, Indiana channel. I'm loving this. Alright. Channel for tipped trucks. I like that. Expect the unexpected sign. That's a good one. Also, I don't know how many channel members I need to add more emojis to the channel, but those are also make good chat emojis. I have a couple of them put in, but they're kind of stupid. I didn't really have a lot of time to think of them. I also didn't think anyone would. You have to make the admins or donators called the lulz in the server. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Leftover furry logistics. You guys are taking it too far. Sullivan, Indiana? Where the hell is that? I've never heard of Sullivan, Indiana. You made that up. That's not real. Hang on. You know what? I'm looking something up. Hang on. Leftover logistics. We cannot guarantee what? Guaranteed your delivery will be delivered. Guaranteed? Are you trying to spell guaranteed? You almost did it. We need a persona for you. God damn it. I, mm, when they told me to become a YouTuber, I didn't think it would lead to this. Hang on, I'm looking for something specific on Google Maps, and if this doesn't look how I think it's going to look, this isn't going to be funny. Ugh, it's kind of funny. I don't know. I was going to make a joke about how Indiana has two white supremacist towns within 50 miles of each other. You got Whitestown. You got Whitesville. Browns Valley. Indiana's racist. Don't come here. Stay home. And the persona has to drive a bandit. Hold on a second. You don't know what you just did. You don't know what you just did. Hang on. Are you on my computer? Are you stalking my shit? Where is it? If this takes too long, there it is. What do you call that? I found this on fucking DeviantArt when I was researching the bandit. This is a bandit. This is SnowRunner furry fan art. And I really wanted to include it in the video and I couldn't figure out how to. So, no more SnowRunners, just gay. What did the stream turn into? The road between Browns Valley and Whitesville must be hell. Yeah, I found it. It was at the very bottom of Google Images. I was thorough in my search of all 18 pictures of the P8WD Geoclom, okay? Of course it was DeviantArt. I don't know if it was DeviantArt. It was, there's another, like, fan art website. I can't remember what it's called. I'm not going to pretend like I know what it is. Nice commission you got there. I would never pay for that. It became peak. Oh, hang on. You have a Subaru. Are you gay? That depends if you think I'm gay, because I drive a Subaru. The last two cars I've owned have been Subarus. It was for Affinity. It was for Affinity. That was the website. I found it on Fur Affinity. I didn't go looking for it on Fur Affinity. It was just in Google Images. I'm never beaten the allegations. Never. Nice commission you got there. Fuck off. Her affinity is Gooner Slop. That's why I didn't go on the website. It was just on the bottom of Google. And it's tagged SnowRunner fan art. It's only gay if it's the Outback. No, it's not an Outback. I owned a 95 Legacy wagon. Not an Outback trim, just a wagon. And then right now, not technically a Subaru, but Subaru. I own an FRS. No, it's not furry fan art, but I did find more SnowRunner. I found SnowRunner anime art. It's like pretty cool. Kind of. You guys are gonna judge me again, aren't you? I don't know, I just like this stuff. Someone posted this on the SnowRunner Reddit a while ago. It's just like, not that one. Like, I don't know, this. I was trying to find more of those. There's more pictures. I have one of a Dan somewhere too, but I have no idea where that is. That's not one. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes my computer is really organized. Sometimes it's a fucking disaster. Yeah, I don't know. I had the picture. I don't know where it went. Anyway. My first car was a 2003 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS. That's a sick car. Bandit R34 went, you shut your mouth. That's never happening. I'm not going to be the one to commission it. You know, this doesn't look like Gooner bait. Okay, cool. It's not Gooner bait. It's not. I can't say that without like beating the allegations. What the fuck? It's gonna have a Willy It's gonna have a one really weak crane instead of a tail. Discord need, but you can only post photos of trucks with no frame add-ons. Yeah, because if they don't have any frame add-ons, they are not safe for work. They can't do anything. I have to add that to the list. The new leftover legend allegations are insane. Whatever. I got nothing to say to you. Not safe for Wisconsin. I've been to Milwaukee once and I hated it. Oh, what? You guys don't like my logo? You think I should change it? You just want more furry shit. I gave you guys one picture of Luna, and this is what you do to me. Stop playing SnowRunner just to watch more torture in the form of Bandit gaming. I'm excited for the Bandit stream. If it's not safe to be in Wisconsin, dude. I went to Milwaukee once. It fucking sucked. It was terrible. It's actually where I bought my 97 Legacy. There we go. We got some Earl. I just realized how good this thing is on gas. This is a bit of a broken mod truck. I made it so far on just that one tank. The next Moist Critical video. If I ever see my name in a Moist Critical video, I'm killing myself. That's my lowest point. Never mind, it's just furry. It's one truck that my friend and I agree looks like a sad wet cat. I guess. I'm laughing at all the furry shit. You guys are funny. Yeah, Shadow, they will be because I I'm really bad at catching people's live streams too. And it's going to be a long series of videos, and depending on how it goes, the stream schedule could potentially be erratic. So, yeah, no, I will be condensing them down into videos. If there's enough to think I can get enough out of it with each stream, I will. If not, I might combine like every 2 streams into one video. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I will be doing that. In between everyone making fun of me for being a furry, apparently, yeah, I'll be editing the streams down. No, this was fun. Now, this type of chat with the Bandit challenge going on, it's gonna be a riot, dude. My stomach's gonna be hurting from laughing. I'm really excited for it now, and it looks like my computer handled everything okay. Um, I guess just the last question before we wrap up. Stream wise, is there anything I need to improve on? I know I need to look up some stuff about how to like disable stream notifications, but like is the bitrate okay? Is the audio balance fine? Is there anything I need to work on while I'm away? This is absolutely peak. I thought I would love to do a Dark Souls challenge. I'm sure that this channel has to have the most sane furry community. Look, there has to be more furries. Fuck off. Fuck off. Look, there's a decent bit of overlap between like sane furries and having a driver's license. All right, that's the line. On either side, people get nuts. Absolute peak. May have to be revoiced overs. I don't think. Well, Like it or not, unfortunately, you guys have forced more furry jokes into my videos now because of you guys. So, um, well, thanks for stopping by. And I mean, I don't ever see a world where a SnowRunner content creator ends up having a stream of over 1,000 viewers. So, and I like talking to my audience. I think it's fun, but the audio balance is great. Okay, I'll have to revisit that one. I don't know if is my mic not loud enough because I can turn up my mic a little bit, but I can't, and I can turn up the game a little bit too. But yeah, okay. All right, but yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I got some leftover Wingstop. The next video, don't hate me, is not a SnowRunner video, but it didn't take me very long to make. It'll be out this Friday, and then I'll be right back to SnowRunner content because it's my bread and butter. So I will let you guys know when I get the Discord set up and keep you guys in the loop about stream schedules and all that. So thank you all for stopping by. This was a lot of fun, oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been streaming for about 3 hours now. I'm pretty tired. This is the first time I've ever streamed, but uh, I will be condensing the highlights of the stream down into a video so that everyone can be informed of the rules and so that you can see what kind of stupid shit we just had. But Western Star History is coming too. It's one of my favorite trucks, so that's going to be coming. Western Star, White Western Star, Twin Steer. Love Western Star. Jumping in at the very end to ask me what I think about the Nissan Pathfinder. Uh, I I think I have to look it up to remember what it looks like. That's what I think. Nissan Pathfinder 2005. I think they didn't need to make that if they were making the Xterra. That's what I think. The furry chat. How was the last 20 minutes of this stream the best part of it? I feel bad for everyone that missed it because that was ridiculous. But all right, guys, thank you so much for stopping in. And yeah, like I said, new video out Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next stream on Saturday. Oh, real quick, it's a reshade preset. I have if you're on PC, I have a video on my channel on how to install this exact preset. Make your game look nice and crispy. All right, that's gonna do it, fellas. Thanks for stopping in. I'll see you around.